I'm refusing to continue to allow people to grade my papers as flunking. Okay? There's a lot of people flunking in life that are trying to grade my papers. Okay? And I need to be accountable for myself. Hey everyone, welcome back to another card chat. I am resetting my life. Okay? As you guys know, if you follow me on my other channel, I do card chats over there, and I've been doing card chats over, oh God, at least over 4 years. I've been doing card chats, and I was like, you know what? I need to bring card chats to this channel. This channel is more about my life and resetting my life because I need to look out for myself. A lot of times, I don't know if you guys remember this, but like, I'm 47. And when I was younger, you know, in high school, people would let people cheat off their papers and would get in trouble. And I'm actually exhausted, okay? I'm exhausted on allowing people to cheat off of my life, cheat off of my papers, and continue to win. And they're flunking the course of life, but yet I'm steady getting in trouble for allowing them to get cheat codes or get a way up instead of them actually doing the work. And I want to reboot my life. I want to reset my life because at 47, I refuse. Do you hear me? Failure is not an option. I refuse to fail in my 50s. Okay? My 20s, I worked hard. I struggled. I tried to figure life out as much as possible. My 30s, I used building my relationship and my life with my husband and my marriage and having a child. My 40s, I've used raising my child, constantly suffering from several different setbacks in life. And I'm 47. I got 3 years till 50. I refuse to allow myself to walk into 50 struggling. Okay? So I wanted to use this opportunity in this card chat. I've been doing card chats for over 4 years on my other channel. If you don't follow me on my other channel, I do commentary over there. But on this channel, it's more about my own personal growth and self-development. And it's something that I just wanted to sit in the car today and just chat with you guys about, because I refuse to go into 50 allowing people to cheat off of my papers.
Yeah. She want that bag, I get that cash, smoking that gas, I get that bag, she want that bag, I get that bag, I get that cash, smoking that gas, she want that bag, I get that cash,
So welcome back, everyone. My name is April, if it's your first time joining. And I just want to come on and talk about this journey that I'm on. On my other channel, I've talked about it, and you know, I've called it being in my Noah experience, and also being in my selfish girl era, selfish. So meaning I'm married, I have a child, I have other extended family members. I can't call myself being selfish in a term of how most people define it. I call it selfish, meaning I'm putting myself first before the needs of others. I always bring it back to the analogy of like when you're on a plane and they drop down the oxygen mask and they tell you to put yours on first before you put the next person's on. I feel that in my 20s, even in my teens, but definitely in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, I've always taken care of everybody else first and then me second. And in this era of resetting, reloading, rebooting my life, restarting my life, whatever you want to term it as, I'm trying to look out for me. Okay? I don't know if any of you are getting to the point where, no shade, no tea to those young individuals that are here on social media, but I am exhausted. I don't know, this just happened in like the last week. I'm exhausted on watching younger YouTubers in their 20s and their 30s living these fabulous lives with their white cabinets and their marble countertops, and I'm sitting here feeling like life has passed me by. I'm ready to live, and I'm ready to stop living vicariously through other people and having a community of people that are my peers, people like me in my 40s. I want to see how we're living. Okay? I'm tired of seeing, and it's not a shade to anybody. I love supporting and watching younger influencers. If you watch my other channel, you know I love people like Aaliyah's Face. I love watching their lives and, you know, seeing new things and experiences that I might want to experience in life. But I'm getting to a point where I need to reboot myself. I need to see about elevating my life, and not so much on the terms of the way they're living, but the way I'm living. I don't see a lot of YouTubers over 40 really showcasing their true lives. I'm sure they're out there, but because the algorithm is constantly just pushing younger people on us, it's very hard for me to find people my age that I resonate with. Like, I'm not trying to be a granny. I'm not trying to, like, you know, be put, you know, out to pasture. I'm still young, vibrant, and doing my thing. But there are several things about myself that I want to work on, which is like my wellness that I plan on sharing here on my channel. More about my lifestyle, because wellness, a lot of people like to put wellness and lifestyle, but I feel they're two separate things. Wellness is very near and dear to me because just recently I had surgery on my neck. I had artificial disc replacement back in September, and then just recently, you see the crutches. I had a actual hardware removal from a fall from 6 years ago out of my ankle. And this surgery, above all else, has taught me that I need to be really consuming my time with building my wellness, taking vitamins, taking supplements, seeing doctors at this age of 47, checking my hormones, building muscle, you know, really working on my body being in the best shape possible. Not for me to fit in a dress, not for me to go to the Beyonce concert, but for me to actually be able to be vibrant and moving at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe even 100. I don't know how long God gonna keep me on this earth, but I need to do that for myself. And I feel like throughout life, I've helped everybody else be great. Oh, girl, you need to take this supplement. You need to do this thing. You need to, you know, work on this. Giving out all the advice to everybody else, but not taking it for me. And, you know, a lot of people at times like to say, well, you should take your own advice. Well, girl, I'm getting ready to take my own advice because failure is not an option in my life. I don't use that word. I utilize every obstacle, every test that God has ever given me as a testimony, even down to this ankle situation, even down to my neck. As an x-ray tech, a retired x-ray tech now, I never in a million years thought I would be a person who had, you know, someone do surgery on their neck. In all the years I've been at x-ray, I never thought I would have surgery to that extent. Maybe a broken limb or something to that extent, but never like this. And so this is definitely like birth a new, I wouldn't say goal, but definitely a new drive in me to do better and want to be better. I noticed that throughout this whole ankle situation, I have no upper body strength. I have no strength at all. And you guys, at 47, it's extremely scary. It's extremely scary. And I would tell younger people that watch my channel, do this in your 20s, do this in your 30s, do this in your 40s. Like, strengthen your body so that way as you get older, you're able to handle the obstacles of life if, you know, it's some kind of injury or something to that extent. Also, just with me, personally, on a personal development aspect of myself, I want to be more selfish. Like, I want to be more selfish in the sense of, you know, like, for instance, right now, everybody's talking about Beyonce, right? Everybody's going to the concert. And usually I'm calling this person and that person. Are you going? Are you going? You know, should I sit here with you? And you delay yourself. And then when you look, you end up sitting somewhere you don't want to be. So I'm starting to learn I'm okay with going by myself places. I've always been okay with going by myself places. But I am like okay with going by myself places. And I'm not okay in the sense that I don't care what people think, that like, oh, you left me out, oh, you didn't consult me, you didn't tell me, oh, you got better seats than me. Like, I can't worry myself with that type of stuff. And I hope that I'm not yapping too much where you guys can't follow along with where I'm trying to go with this. Maybe it's the medication that I'm on. But I'm ready to start living is what I'm trying to say. And I know I got my bonnet on and I'm in my little shirt, but this is just the breaks right now because of my current situation and having to go up and down the stairs. But I want to take you guys on that journey and hopefully inspire other people over 40, over 50, over 60 to start sharing their life journey and start rebooting your life in a sense of starting to be more about you. It doesn't mean that you have to shut everybody out and like be selfish and like, well, I don't care about you, I have to worry about myself. That's being selfish. Being selfish is saying, I love you, I understand your situation, but I have to make sure I secure my spot of where I want to be in life. And if that means leaving you behind for a minute, unfortunately, that's what has to happen in order for me to get where I need to get. It's something that my husband is supporting me in. It's something that my daughter is supporting me in. There's still things I'm going to do with them together, but there's a lot of things I want to do for myself because I feel like that in my 30s and my 40s, when I was making a really great living, making money, you know, thriving, I put all of my money into other people and I never put it into myself, regardless if that's going to the spa, getting massages, or getting my hair done every week. I always put everybody else first instead of myself. And you know, it'd be something as simple as like a family member calling and saying, oh my God, can I borrow $100? Like, I'm really short, I need to borrow $100. And I probably would put that $100 towards my hair. And I say, okay, let me give it to you. And then I don't get the money back. And then I'm walking around looking like a crazy woman. That's the type of examples that I want to give to you guys for you to understand where I'm coming from. Because my time is now. Our time is now. Women over 40, over 45, really, over 50. Our time is now. When I did, I refuse to say, oh, I'm not winning right now. I'm going to win at this age. I'm going to be accepted and respected at this age. A lot of times when you get to this age, people want to count you out. And I'm counting myself in. And if that means putting myself up there where I can be recognized, or I could be seen, or I could be accepted in this world, then that's what it's going to be. I want to start doing my makeup again. I want to make sure my hair is done every week. Like, I think that's part of the psyche of like turning 40, and then you get to 45 and then 46, 47. You start to not feel yourself. Is because you're not really investing the time and the energy into making yourself be first. And that's where my focus is right now. And that's the journey I want to take you guys on. I'm not, looking at totally rebooting your life, because rebooting your life is like starting from ground zero all over again. I'm looking at resetting, meaning I'm looking at where I'm currently at and how can I reframe my mind? How can I reframe my life in a space and a place that I don't have to start from the beginning. I could start from right now, here today. And that's where I'm at. And if it's something as simple as my skincare routine, reprogramming how I live my life, that's what I'm gonna do, because I've been feeling lately that like I'm exhausted on the whole morning routines. You're seeing influencers, with their camera set up and they're getting out their bed and like, they're come on guys. That's not reality. That's not, and I'm not gonna sit here and watch these types of things and consume these type of things and make me feel bad that like I'm not, because I don't have a morning routine, or I'm not sitting around reading books, or I'm not drinking matcha or going to Pilates, that I'm losing. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I refuse to even believe that. I've been that girl, gonna be that girl. I am that girl. Okay? Before any of social media, my career at the time allowed me that life. The experiences I've had. I was just talking to my husband the other night. Like, we went to Baychella. I was seeing people last night on TikTok talk about the merch and how expensive it is, and it was like, oh, $150 for like a pullover or something. And I'm like, well, y'all don't want to see my pocket and see my closet, because when I went to Baychella, I bought a jacket that was $500 of Beyonce's. And for some people, they may be like, well, that's a lot of money. But if you look at the jacket today, the jacket is still impeccable. And I don't see anybody else in the world with that jacket. I have not come across not one person with a Baychella jacket. And so it's something that's near and dear to me, that I know I might be one of one. Because I'm number one. No, let me stop clowning. But it's something that I wanted, and I put myself first, and I bought it. And that is basically like my symbol of like, whenever I'm in this process of like resetting my life, I think about that jacket. That was the one time that I could say I put myself first. I wanted it. I didn't care what else was going on, and I got it and I bought it. And it's something that I still have to this day. Thank God that it's just something that I look towards as like, wow, I did that. So for me, like, that's the era that I'm moving into. I want to be that girl I was years ago when I had first started working and had a career, making really good, decent money, and I was putting myself first. And that initially happened in my 30s, but then at some point I lost myself and started worrying about everybody else and everybody else's problems. And when you're 40 something, you have parents getting older, you're worrying about your parents and everything. But you guys, you have to find some kind of system where you can still care for other people, but still put you first. Okay? This is a fabulous journey that I'm interested in going on. This is my maiden voyage by starting this video. But hopefully together I could see you guys' journey too, and I hope I inspire you guys to like look at this a different way and understand that 40 is fabulous. It's a fabulous thing. It's a blessing. It's a lot of people didn't make it to 40. I just saw an influencer the other day passed away at like 17, 18 years old. This is a blessing, and it's not something to look at like a bad thing of where you are in life. It's just an opportunity to look at the situation and say, I want to do better. And that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do better for me. And I'm just trying to stop this vicious cycle of allowing people to cheat off of my paper, and they're flunking in life. And I need to see myself as an A student and really, really lock in. And that's what I'm attempting to do right now. Lock in to being in my selfish girl era. Okay? If you're interested in a journey, hit the subscribe button. I know this video might be a little bit all over the place, but you guys, I'm recovering. So bear with me. But with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. This is my second channel. I'm trying to build my subscribers up here. I'll be present on here a lot, sharing information on things I purchase, where I shop, makeup, lifestyle, wellness, things of that nature. So if they interest you, hit that subscribe button, like and follow, share it out with your friends and followers. And I'll see you guys in the next card chat. Bye.